Oh man, is this gonna work?
Ryan DD59 sent in a super chat. They say thanks for all y'all do and are asking about Iron Mountain Lake / Middlebrook, Missouri. Wants to know if they're out of danger.
Why is its voice like breaking? Middlebrook, Missouri. Let me go check onions. Iron Mountain Lake. Yeah. So for right now, you're good. There will be more storms. Let me check. There will be another round of storms that arrives early in the morning tomorrow. Okay. So, yeah. You're good for today, though. Just relax. You're fine. And the storms tomorrow morning probably won't be as intense as the ones today. It's just probably going to lead to a flooding threat. Holy smokes. Susan, thank you so much for that. You did not have to do that. Sorry for your loss. And thank you very much for the support. Brian, how does I like the addition of the state in the areas. Thank you. That's the one thing that I've added, and it hasn't broke. So shout out to me for not breaking something for once. If you're just now tuning in and you don't know what we're talking about here, our new innovation is, sometimes if you're looking at our map here, you can't really tell what we're looking at. Like, where is this guy? McCamey? That could be, what is that? McCamey, Montana? Well, now, always, if you look right here, it says viewing and then whatever state you're over top of. And notice how if I fly over here to Ohio, as soon as the map stops, boom, it changes to Ohio. So it automatically updates. Pretty good at doing stuff and not breaking it, actually. Fort Stockton, you guys are under a new severe thunderstorm warning. We've got 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds coming in right now. This is another storm, okay? I expect more to come as well, so get ready for that. And then I just want to do one more check-in on our severe thunderstorm over here in New York.
These storms
it's still ramping up as it goes towards Warsaw and Wyoming. And now we have an update from meteorologist Andy Hill, so let's talk to him.
Yeah, Brian, actually I was going to talk to you about that cell because it looks pretty funny on that scan right there in Buffalo, right? But the key here is that's not actually a hook, but that's actually the storm, and then connecting with the reflectivity returns from a wind farm there. That's there. A bunch of wind turbines create these reflectivity returns when the beams hit them in the air that they perturb around them. So that you just have to play back one scan to see that we're not actually looking at a supercell with a hook there, rather just a supercell, and its brain has made some reflectivity returns that connect with the wind turbines in a funny way. So, well, just in case someone saw that and was like, oh my gosh, that's supercell in New York. Not quite yet. However, the storm, we'll definitely have to keep a close eye on it since it's in a favorable environment. It's just funny that, and I wanted to point that out. Not everything has to be serious from me, I'm going to pop in and give you guys some good information first and foremost.
Awesome. Thank you, meteorologist Andy Hill. He's watching these storms as well in New York, and we've got Caleb on the horn as well watching storms in Canada. Y'all, today is one of the, if you added up the miles, whenever I do this, you know what I mean? Whenever we fly back and forth to different storms, if you added up the miles, I think by the end of the stream today, this is going to be our most traveled stream ever. We're going from Canada plumb down to Southwest Texas and everywhere in between. So if you're just now tuning in, we're trying our best to cover everything, including this new warning that just came in for portions of West Virginia now. So here's an update on the storm coming in towards Marine City up there in St. Clair County, Michigan. So y'all get ready for that. And actually, what I'm talking about is a severe thunderstorm watch. There's a new severe thunderstorm watch that was issued for parts of West Virginia and parts of, you guessed it, Pennsylvania and New York. Watertown. I know that there's some people in here that were asking about Watertown. Well, here's your answer. Yes, we do expect storms. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. Syracuse, same for you. Binghamton, Rochester, Buffalo, and Erie. Get ready for a couple tornadoes possible. Scattered hail up to ping pong size.
There's
And
a couple
70
of
mile per hour
tornadoes
wind gusts.
possible
There are
in, upstate
8.7
New York.
million people
Yeah.
in this severe thunderstorm watch. So another good reminder, if you know anybody that lives out here, let them know that we're going to be live throughout this whole thing. TV stations are great. Obviously, we love the role that local TV plays in this whole system, but a lot of times they don't go live until after the tornado warning, until after something's already happening, right? So we're going to be here before to keep you updated and give you an early heads up, even all the way up until that moment, right? So help spread the word. Let them know. Commercial free, 100% free. We are going to be here through the duration of this event for you guys in Pittsburgh, Uniontown, Altoona, all the way up to Syracuse, Watertown, Rochester, and Buffalo. Severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. Now let's go get another update on some of these warnings that we continue to track here in Texas. Considerable severe continues for McCamey for the next 32 minutes. And then Lubbock, you guys, your storm is still kind of hanging out down there to the south and west. Man, there's something about Lubbock, Texas, and storms that just don't like to move. We were all gathered here for like 5 hours the other day watching one storm dance around Lubbock. Now, I don't think this will be the same kind of deal, but it is definitely not in a hurry to make it into downtown Lubbock. It is just exploding kind of in this one spot over here. But yeah, you're already starting to get the rain and the lightning and stuff in Lubbock. It's going to continue to increase as time goes on. I'll tell you what, though, the storm to the south and east of Lubbock in Texas is a lot stronger. This thing is looking pretty gnarly on radar here. We've got 1.5-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds coming up towards Gordon, Hackberry, Pleasant Valley, and Buenos and Southland. So y'all get ready. More storms are popping up over here as well. Near Rotan. Is that how you guys say that? Rotan, northeast of Snyder. This is where most of our storm chasers are. We do have one storm chaser visible right now, Storm Runner Media. And we will have more as time goes on. So yeah, we'll listen into Storm Runner there. And then also update you on our PDS severe thunderstorm warning now in Ohio. So they have just upgraded this to
severe
an 80 mile per hour damaging wind
shit.
severe thunderstorm warning for Coshocton and Zanesville. If you are in Zanesville, this is an urgent reminder to now take shelter as if this was a tornado warning.
PDS
Hopefully they're
tornado
actually
warning has
sounding
been
the
issued.
tornado sirens. Are they?
Fuck.
If you're in Zanesville
Damn,
or
dumbass
Dresden,
soundboard.
Trinway, New Moscow,
PDS.
Coshocton, or Keene,
Oh, of course.
or any
Fucking
of these
of
places
course.
in Ohio, are they
Put that
sounding
right
your
there.
tornado sirens? Because I believe they
A new
should be.
PDS severe thunderstorm
This is a
warning has
dangerous
been
situation.
issued.
If we actually have 80-mile-per-hour winds associated with this, which it looks like we do, that's a weak tornado. Okay, that's going to do widespread damage to roofs, mobile homes, and potentially some pretty serious power line and tree damage as well. No sirens? Okay. Just know that the siren should be going off. You should be treating this as if it is a tornado warning. A destructive severe thunderstorm warning is quite rare. We consider that a PDS severe thunderstorm warning or a particularly dangerous situation. So once again, out here in
PDS
Coshocton
severe
and
thunderstorm
Muskingum, Man, I'm sorry if
According
I'm
to
saying that wrong.
Wikipedia, Time
Counties in
Warner Cable
Ohio,
Enterprises.
we've got a destructive
Fucking damn.
80 mile per hour thunderstorm coming through. We expect extensive tree damage and
PDS,
widespread power
severe
outages.
thunderstorm
Mobile homes
warning.
will be heavily damaged. Expect considerable
Yeah, fuck
damage
you
to
too,
roofs,
Google.
windows, and vehicles. So once again, we don't want to be in a vehicle. We don't want to be in a tent. We don't want to be in a mobile home. And we don't want to be parked under an overpass. We want to be in a sturdy building. And man, there's a lot of campgrounds in front of this thing as well. We've got the Blue Rock State Park lower campground, the Colonial Campground, the Equestrian Campground, the National Road Campground, and Wolf's Campground, all in the path here of these damaging winds. There's about 120,000 people in this destructive severe thunderstorm warning. This will also hit places like the Alter Care of Coshocton, Aspen Dental up there in Coshocton as well, the Genesis Healthplex, Medical Home Primary Care Center, and the Smile Shack. Also, the Grant Park Municipal Stadium is in the path of some of the strongest winds here, as well as the Triple Locks Theater. So if you know anybody out here, especially around the Avondale Youth Center, let them know that you know, this is a severe thunderstorm warning, yeah, but we should be treating it as if it's a tornado warning. Very strong winds coming into Coshocton and Zanesville now. Also communities like Dresden, Adamsville, New Moscow, Keene. Right here around Zanesville, that's where I'm most concerned about the weather or the winds along I-70, Sonora, Adamsville, up towards Marquand Mills. Hopefully we've got people listening and they're taking shelter out here.
Now I have PDS severe thunderstorm warning on my list of things.
So if you're just now tuning in, we've got a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Coshocton and Muskingum counties in Ohio. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in New York for, do you guys do Genesee County, Livingston, and Wyoming counties? Places like Wyoming, Warsaw, and Pavilion need to be getting ready for 1.5-inch hail. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Hamilton, Jefferson, White, and Williamson counties in Illinois. This is for El Dorado and McLeansboro. Get ready also in the town of Long Branch and Galatia. Okay. Yeah, Genesee. Muskingum. Muskingum. Is that how you guys say it? Oh, man. Is there a town called Muskingum over here? That I still don't have a way to do counties. I wonder if I can just do...
God damn, these storms popped up fast.
Is Zanesville in Muskingum County? It is, isn't it? Okay. All right. So also they went ahead and expanded our severe thunderstorm warning to include Crooksville, New Lexington, and over towards McConnellsville as well. You guys need to be getting ready for 60-mile-per-hour winds.
You're gonna be pissed
Outside
when
of
I
the
say
Ohio
this.
storm, our second strongest storm right now continues to be the Texas storm, Crane and Pecos counties.
That new PDS severe is just east of Columbus.
In Texas. All right. So I'm going to Muskingum. I'm going to mark this on Zanesville.
So that means that line
Zanesville
of
in
storms kept
Muskingum
strengthening
County.
as it passed Columbus.
Zanesville in Muskingum County. All right. So now if I ever second guess myself on that, I'll just click on that in the future.
Now it's going right over.
I'm trying to memorize
Zanesville.
every single correct pronunciation in the entire United States.
I have a friend who lives
Sometimes can be a little difficult.
Oh shit!
Fort Stockton, 1-inch hail
It's
coming
going-
through town right now.
It's going for downtown Pittsburgh.
Marion, Illinois, up here towards Salem. You guys are getting in on a good storm here. It'll be over in about 9 minutes. And then Kentucky, Owen County, Kentucky, your warning is about to be expired as well. But we still have storms forming out here, and some of them are quite strong. The one that's about to come through Sadieville is going to bring about some 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts and some pea-sized hail. If that storm gets stronger as it goes towards Cynthiana, we'll probably have a severe thunderstorm warning for you as well.
55.
We've got another blip. Uh-oh. Got another blip popping up down here around Elizabethtown. It doesn't look like it's rapidly intensifying like the one in Texas, though. But it's definitely causing a rain shower here on the Bluegrass Parkway between Elizabethtown and
Did my guy just
Bardstown.
laugh?
We'll keep watching that rain shower and see if anything happens with it. But by far, our most concerning storm right now is the one in Ohio.
Ryan, Zachary Mitchell sent in a super chat. Hope everyone is safe today, and they're wondering what Freeport, Pennsylvania will see later on tonight.
Freeport, Pennsylvania. So pretty much, I would consider Ural's forecast to be pretty much in line with Pittsburgh. We're going to watch this line that we're talking about right now in Zanesville and Coshocton come towards you over the next couple of hours, and there will likely be new storms that form in front of the line that will have their own hail and isolated tornado threat. So from about right now all the way through the next 4 to 5 hours, we're going to be watching you guys. You need to be weather aware. And that's about all I can tell you. We've got an enhanced risk of severe weather, with the main threats being wind and isolated tornadoes. So hopefully that answers your question.
All right, Weather Overlord. Quick chat update for you. Your viewers are basically screaming Ohio right now, particularly fascinated by the Great Zanesville Siren Mystery. The overwhelming consensus is they are not sounding off despite those scary wind reports. We're also still getting plenty of pings from across Pennsylvania and western New York, with folks demanding arrival times like you personally control the storm's ETA. Oh, and the pronunciation posse wanted to gently nudge you. It's apparently Olean for Olean, New York, and emphasize the Ashtabula in Ohio. Keep up the good work wrangling those vowels.
Isn't it Ashtabula? I think Yawbot just got that wrong.
Ashtabula, yes.
Dude, the bot is... It's too much. I'm going to have to tone it down. What was it? But speaking of Canada, which, we'll talk about arrival times for different parts of New York and Pennsylvania and Canada here in a moment. But we do have an update from our Canadian correspondent, Caleb. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ryan, just a couple updates for you. So Environment Canada has gone ahead and issued 2 different areas of severe thunderstorm warnings. They issue warnings much more of a blanket warning compared to what's issued, what we standardly see here in the U.S. But they've issued one for Lambton Shores area, which is going to be right near Sarnia, between Sarnia and London, Ontario, which is going to be down in the southwestern region of Ontario. And it's covering that severe storm that we saw move out of Michigan earlier. So they've gone ahead and blanket warned pretty much from Sarnia almost all the way to London there. And then the more interesting one to me is all the way up in northern Ontario up by North Bay. They actually just issued a tornado warning, noting a tornado possible on that. So I'm going to continue to monitor that situation and see if it develops into what could be a potential tornado warning over the next little bit.
Wow.
Okay, thank you so much, Caleb Beecham, Storm Chaser Extraordinaire,
tornado is possible in Canada.
Operations Director for the Y'all Squad nonprofit, and also our expert Canadian correspondent. So we do have lots of storms up here in Canada today, so we're going to do our best to keep you updated on them as they get stronger, and they are doing that right now. So we'll hear from Caleb more as the day goes on. So here is Holmes County, Ohio, now under a severe thunderstorm warning as well for Millersburg and Berlin. Get ready for that 1-inch hail over the next hour or so. So it's Ashtabula. The bot was right. Okay, you know what? Maybe it has every right to be mean. Oh, check it out. We've got a decent gaggle of storms forming here between Alliance, Newton, Warren, Champion Township up towards Linesville. This is up here in northeastern Ohio, right around Warren, up towards Meadville in Pennsylvania. This area of storms right here will have to be watched as it moves off to the north and east. Look at all these little blips that are just exploding into more mature storms. This is likely going to cause some severe weather in Meadville, Frenchtown, and Cochranton over here in Pennsylvania. So get ready. A severe thunderstorm warning will likely be issued here soon, and then this is going to turn into its own complex that we'll have to watch as it goes towards Warren, Bradford, and Smethport a little bit later. Over the next hour or two, I should say. And then this storm over here in New York is still cranking, and it is actually rotating a little bit. It's not enough to warrant a severe thunderstorm. I'm sorry, a tornado warning just yet, but it's something that we'll have to watch as it approaches York and Geneseo. Okay, so this is a very dangerous storm with 1.5-inch hail in it. It's coming over Wyoming, New York right now, and moving towards rest of Geneseo and York in Genesee, Livingston, and Wyoming counties in New York. Lots of storms, lots of blips out here in New York. So we're right on the cusp of our severe weather outbreak here, all the way down to Texas. McCamey, you guys have a lemon-sized hail producer coming towards you right now, so get ready for that. And then in Garza and Lynn counties in Texas, we've got 1.5-inch hail coming up towards you. We also have some rotation on this storm to the west of Post, Texas, so y'all get ready up there in Southland, Hackberry, Pleasant Valley, and Buenos. This is another area where we have talked a lot about recently, so get ready for another storm here. Lubbock, the downpour has officially reached downtown. Some of the larger hail, which we do have officially quarter-size hail being reported down here between the Ridge and Frankfurt Farms. Some of that's just now entering the southwestern side of town near Ironton. So y'all get ready in Lubbock for hail. It is coming. And it does look like it's going to last for a while, because this is another slow-moving storm as it approaches Lubbock. And our blips out here near Aspermont and Jayton are getting more intense as well. So all of our storm chasers out here are going to...
I thought you were about to...
We're going to have some good views from them here soon.
I swear to God, if
Dylan,
you were going to
if Brad is live, we can go ahead and pull him. Brad Arnold. If he's not, just as soon as he becomes live, we can pull him.
That was loud.
What the
Here's what it looks like in Genesee County, New York right now. Not a lot going on in this particular region, but we do have a strong storm barreling down on us. So y'all get ready. Wind damage report up here near Warsaw, Ohio. Tree down. That's the whole thing.
That was wet as fuck.
Tree down. So I'd say we've got a lot of trees down on the general vicinity. That's coming over Coshocton right now. Next up, we've got West Lafayette, Fresno, Bakersville, Newcomerstown, and Plainfield. New Concord. You guys are also in the line here. My goodness, they just issued probably one of the
new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
And a fucking
just in terms of size,
air conditioner
y'all
blowing
seeing
on
this?
full blast. And it's
This includes
fucking
Belmont,
hot in
Carroll, Coshocton, Guernsey,
They just
Harrison,
extended
Muskingum,
a
and
massive
Tuscarawas
PDS
County
severe.
in Ohio.
Mastiff?
This includes the town of
said
New
massive.
Concord, Pleasant City,
Well,
Cambridge,
it sounded like you said mastiff.
Urichisville, and New Philadelphia. This is a very dangerous storm, y'all. We've got 80-mile-per-hour winds coming into this general vicinity. We need you to take shelter. Get indoors, away from windows. That's the first priority. Then get underground if you can. If you can't, lowest floor, interior room, no exterior walls,
You did realize
and no
I'm
windows
live
and
on
no
YouTube
glass. All right, so an
again.
interior bathroom, interior closet, something like that, whichever has the least amount of glass. That's where you want to go. Treat this as if it was a tornado warning, okay? Because this will do tornado-like damage in the areas where the strongest winds are happening, which is oftentimes in a storm system like this, a much larger area than what a tornado would impact. All right? So New Concord, Cambridge, Newcomerstown, New Philadelphia, you guys all need to be getting into your safe spots right now
New
and
Concord,
stay there for at least
New
44 minutes.
Philadelphia
Go ahead, Andy.
is about to be
Hey
slammed.
Ryan, a little bit more info on that to shed some light on why we have such high confidence on a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for those areas in eastern Ohio. You can flick over to the velocity on the Pittsburgh radar you see there next to me. That little bit there over Coshocton, that's this dark blue. Those are 80, 90, even 100-mile-per-hour bends are in there. Of velocity data. And essentially, we're looking really high up in the atmosphere when we're scanning here. So the reason that there's a bunch of confidence in those winds reaching the surface in some capacity is the fact that if you look further west, there are temperatures still back even near Dayton where they're in the lower to mid 60s Fahrenheit. So that significant difference of very warm, moist air that it feels like a furnace out there to you guys in eastern Ohio compared to how cool and still moist, but much cooler on the backside of these storms, lends strength to the cold pool. So the cold pool is what's driving this forward, and those really strong winds are resting right on top of that cold pool and accelerating the storm forward. When we see that happen, that's a classic look before the storm bows out, and that's when we get those really strong wind gusts. So I think that that's the reason, or that's what the National Weather Service is looking at the same thing as I am, and they're like, oh, that is a classic cold pool signature. That's a classic rear inflow jet. This thing's going to push some very strong winds forward, and quite a bit in front of it as well. So, in fact, I almost think that conditions are pretty favorable all the way out to the Pittsburgh corridor and the I-79 corridor going up north there. So I would be on the lookout if you're in Pittsburgh, western Pennsylvania, for these storms approaching you. They're probably going to last for a while. Hopefully they fan out by that point so there aren't a bunch of downed trees and so forth, but I do think this will be quite the damaging wind event for you guys.
Thank you, Andy. Guys, that's meteorologist Andy Hill giving us the details about why we have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning in place now for all these counties in Ohio. We do expect that it's possible that these strong winds could continue well past even this severe thunderstorm warning polygon here, potentially over towards Weirton, Cadiz, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Washington, Center Township as well. So we're watching this corridor right here over the next a couple of hours. This is something that we're concerned about for a damaging wind event. So once again, if you are under a destructive severe thunderstorm warning right now, you should take shelter as if it was a tornado warning, and you've got not very long to do that. If you're in the town of Newcomerstown or Kimboldt or Mantua, Cambridge, the storm's right on your doorstep, okay? Also, you guys in Coshocton, the storm's pretty much over for you now, or I shouldn't say that. I give it another 20 minutes or so, and then you should be good. But what I'm trying to say is once you're able to come out of your safe spot, if there is any damage, please feel free to send that in. Pictures, videos, reports, whatever it is, to help us try to tell the story so that we can help people understand what's about to happen downstream. We would appreciate that, but don't do it until you can do so safely. The winds are still roaring out there. Go ahead, Andy.
Thanks, Ryan. I've gone ahead and issued a medium to high confidence y'all watch for a tornado near Post, Texas. This storm looks extremely favorable aloft, and now it's starting to translate down to the surface. On that latest scan, I can see that hook forming. So a very strong storm, very favorable conditions right on a boundary here. I think that lends credence to medium to high confidence. So if we see this continue to wrap up, we will probably see a tornado warning for this, especially with what it looks like just above the surface, or just above the lowest radar scan, rather. So hopefully that doesn't come together, but if it does, that's the reason why.
Okay, thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill. Y'all need to watch out over here near Post, Texas. That's Garza, Texas, Lynn County, Texas,
earlier,
Pleasant Valley, Buenos, close city, specifically right here. This very impressive looking hook that's developing on radar here. That's where we could see a tornado forming very soon. Wow, look at all the inflow this thing's pulling in.
This
is
storm
a
is
very impressive storm.
West Texas,
huge hail
getting its act together.
and a tornado possible in the greater Post area
up in the upper levels.
over the
Now
next
that's
30
translating
to
down
40
the
minutes.
lower
We need to be
levels, and it's wrapping
prepared
up
for a tornado
fast.
warning here. That could come very soon.
Grassland?
All right. All right.
No, just
Real quick,
east
let's
of
come
Lubbock.
back down to the McCamey storm, which has been upgraded again. Now it continues to be a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Crane, Pecos, and Upton counties in Texas with 2-inch hail. That's lemon-sized hail, but now they've added a tornado possible tag to this one as well, as it's also rotating. You can see quite clearly here the rotation on velocity, and if this continues to move in the direction that it has been moving in, it'll move up Highway 67 towards McCamey, okay? So y'all get ready for a potential tornado warning as well at some point. Erie, Genesee, and Wyoming counties were under a new severe thunderstorm warning out here in New York. This includes Colden and Attica. Once again, just south and east of Buffalo here. We've got a new severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch hail. We've got the Dream Lake campground included in this. The campsites 1 through 30 at Camp 7 Hills also included in this. And then we've got the Perry Central High School, St. Mary's School, the Wyoming Central School in the path of some of those straight line damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and 1-inch hail. Also, the UR Primary Care Center is in the path, and the Silver Lake Twin Drive-In. We want to get indoors and away from windows. We want to abandon tents and vehicles and RVs and get to those more sturdy buildings that are close by if we can. Ping pong size hails coming over towards Richmond, Minden, and Farmington in New York as well. So that's the latest on what's going on in New York right now. Back to Ohio, where we continue to have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Cambridge and New Philadelphia. 80-mile-per-hour winds are coming in over the next 37 minutes. We did get a new damage report from Warsaw. So we had one that was tree down, and now we've got another one just a couple miles down the road. Trees and wires down. So, not very descriptive, but it actually tells the story quite well. We probably have overwhelmed 911 call centers here where we're not getting sufficient reports with detailed streets and stuff because so many calls are coming in. I'd say we have pretty widespread tree damage in the Warsaw to Keene to Fresno areas here of Ohio. Once again, don't do so until you can do so safely. But if you can, please consider sending us reports over on Twitter. My handle is @RyanHall, y'all. You can try Facebook as well. Ryan Hall, y'all, on Facebook. Damage, anything that we can use to show the people out in front of you that this is a storm that should be taken seriously. Illinois, how are we doing? We've got new severe thunderstorm warning for Wayne City and Fairfield and Mill Shoals here. That's Hamilton, Jefferson, Wayne, and White counties for the next 21 minutes. We're talking about hail and wind. We also have a y'all watch, low confidence y'all watch from Andy for a tornado warning potentially here over the next 20 minutes for Johnsonville, Sisney, Fairfield as well. This is something that we will have to watch for this whole area here. Just an early heads up, just in case we get a little bit more rotation in there. But definitely in Mill Shoals and Wayne City, we've got a severe thunderstorm moving in. Let's get indoors and away from windows. Another one of those rogue sales that's like out in front of the line here has popped up in Davies, Greene, Lawrence, and Martin counties in Illinois. This is actually in Indiana, sorry. North of Lagodi, moving towards Bedford and Guthrie. We've got 1-inch hail and some strong winds moving over Dover Hill, up towards Silverville, Owensburg, Bedford, and Uhltick. Man, some of these town names, man. If I see a correction in the chat, I'll add it, but I know I'm ruining some of these. All right, back up to New York. Just another quick update here. Richmond and Farmington, we still have ping pong size hail coming towards you. Let's go back to Texas as we just got another considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Oolitic? Okay, daggone it, I've already left it. We got another considerable severe thunderstorm warning for McCamey. So this is basically just an extension of the original one, but still considerable damage possible in McCamey, Texas. Tornado possible, lemon-sized hail. Get ready for that. All right, let me come back here. Oolitic. Yeah? Oolitic. Tomato. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, I've updated the Y'all Watch in Illinois, in southern Illinois, here near Dahlgren and Bell Rive. Feels like it should be river, but I forgot the R there. I see an area of high KDP here, which means essentially that's a much higher rainfall rate. And when that happens with these lines of storms, all that extra mass that's falling to the surface could prove to spin up a tornado on the leading edge of this line of storms. So I see a pocket of enhanced velocities, and that's on top of that higher rainfall rate. So especially dynamic scenario there, and thus if it comes together rotation wise, then I think we could see a tornado warning with that. So we'll have to monitor if those areas of enhanced velocities come together. If it does, then and you get a tornado warning, that's the reason why.
Okay, thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill, and thank you, Sean, for sending this photo in. The daggone Captain D's sign is gone in Zanesville. This is from the strong winds that just went through, so we do have damage reports coming in from across Ohio as a result of the
Captain D
destructive
sign
severe
on that
thunderstorm
restaurant is
that's
gone
coming
in
through.
Zanesville.
Trees and wires down
Really?
reports are starting to
Yep.
pour in
Literally
from
blew a
all
hole in
around Ohio. So
Jesus
I hope
Christ.
y'all are all right. Mama Bird has sent in a picture as well. This is from Lancaster, Ohio, a big tree limb down over there. So we're also starting to hear of more power outages being announced as well. So big time storm right now in Ohio. We're going to continue to update you on that as it moves east. So yeah.
My way. My way or the highway. Bro,
Hey,
how
don't
many
know.
fucking people
I'm just
are gonna
go
join?
with
Oh, hey,
Ulitic.
Wolf.
Hey, I'm not gonna be in for long, but I just stopped in to say hello.
Ulitic.
Hi, error.
We'll change it later if we need to.
I'll
Let's
be
go
back
back
in
to
half an
Ohio,
hour.
where we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Morgan and Perry counties. McConnellsville, you guys are
Beam
included
and
in
G.
this. We've got some 60-mile-per-hour winds on the way over the next 32 minutes. Get ready for it. Kentucky, Bourbon, Harrison, Nicholas, and Scott County,
Look
Kentucky.
at that.
You're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Cynthiana, if you were watching this channel 2 hours ago, you couldn't have got a better heads up. We were talking about Cynthiana forever ago, and that little blip that formed way back yonder has matured now into a storm that's capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail as it goes into Cynthiana. So get ready for that. It's going to be a pretty loud, pretty intense storm as it goes towards Barefoot as well. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Indiana, man. These things are blowing up. Plummer, Bloomfield, Cincinnati, Salisbury, Crane, Odin, and Ragglesville. In Indiana, this is in Davies, Greene, Knox, and Martin counties. We've got a strong storm capable of producing 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds coming in right now. My goodness. We're getting some upgrades on our Texas storms as well. We got another considerable severe thunderstorm warning that expands into Crockett County, Texas. 2-inch hail. Get ready for that down there over the next hour. Lubbock County, Texas, you guys are now under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning as well. We now are experiencing golf ball-sized hail in Lubbock. Golf ball-sized hail in Lubbock.
Go eat that hail.
So
Is it good to
you
eat
want to
hail?
get indoors and away from windows if you're downstream here.
Technically,
This is coming towards New Deal and
look at my screen.
Idalou,
Jefferson,
in
what do you
Texas.
Dude.
We
Are
just
you
got a
ready to
new
touch us
picture
or
coming in
something?
from
No, look.
Matthew. This is from Springfield, Missouri earlier today. Pretty
Bubba, that's gonna
considerable
produce a
tree
massive
damage there. This
tornado.
is similar to what we are expecting with some of these storms that are going through Ohio right now as well. So you guys need to get ready for that. And I'm glad that your parents are all right, Matthew. All right, let's check in on this other storm in
Guys, I'm doing circles and
Texas.
Bowis's
This
mom.
one is the one that's really trying to produce a tornado. It's not gotten there yet, but man, Post, Texas, y'all really need to watch out. Same thing for you guys in Closed City, Graham, Pleasant Valley, and Buenos. This is going to be a powerful
sure you
storm
want to hear
that
this,
is
or do
bringing
you not
about
want to hear
golf
it?
ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds regardless of the tornado threat. But then on top of that, we've got a very real tornado threat with this as well. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Indiana. This is going to be for Gallatin County, Illinois, Hamilton County, Illinois, and then Posey County in Indiana. This includes the town of Carmi, New Harmony, Mount Vernon, and New Haven and Omaha. So you guys need to be getting ready for 60-mile-per-hour winds here. And notice how Andy's got a yaw watch on the northern side of this up towards Fairfield. They went ahead and put a tornado possible tag on the Boeing segment of the line as well. So it's possible that we have some, spin-up tornadoes that occur here in this line as it moves east. So everybody needs to be ready for that. Back to New York, Monroe and Wayne counties is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Rochester. This includes Williamson. This includes Henrietta, North Greece, and Iron Decoy. I have no idea if I said that right. Iron. Might need your all's help on that one. But Rochester, get ready. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds are coming in right now. Then it's moving towards Webster, Ontario, Williamson, and Sodus. Irondequoit, Irondequoit,
Jesus Christ.
Irondequoit. This takes too long. Irondequoit. All right, I'm saving that one. Irondequoit. All right, we'll come back to this one here in a minute. Williamson, y'all get ready, and Rochester for a strong storm.
Holy crap, that upper velocity.
All right, let's go check out our newest warning in Ohio. And yes, there is a new warning in Ohio for Belmont, Monroe, and Noble counties. Get ready in Woodsfield and Caldwell, Malaga, and Moundsville for 60-mile-per-hour winds. We're getting reports from Tuscarawas County and Guernsey counties in Ohio. We've got lots of reports of tree damage. Trees and wires are down on a car in Tuscarawas County. And we've got 5 simultaneous line down calls with the severe destructive warning in that area as well. So lots of damage reports coming out of Ohio. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, our storms here east of Belle Reve in Illinois headed towards Mill Shoals along I-64 definitely look a little bit better right along that line. I'd be surprised if we don't get a tornado warning with how impactful some of those winds are and how tight some of the circulation is right along the interstate. So I'd be watching out closely there in southern Wayne County and northern Hamilton County in Illinois, the Mill Shoals to Fairfield areas.
All right, thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill. I got to stand up, y'all. Things are getting plumb wild. All right, so yeah, we do have a couple areas of pretty tight rotation we've got to keep an eye on here. Wayne City, Fairfield, Barnhill, y'all watch out. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning, and you've got the chance of a tornado warning being necessary here within the next 15 minutes or so. All right, let's go check back in on Ohio for our destructive severe thunderstorm warning. My goodness, we continue to have very strong winds. Poor. Was that thunder? Hold on. I got to go check on the Jackson, Kentucky radar. I'm pretty sure I just heard thunder. We've got a strong wall of wind moving through New Philadelphia right now, towards places like Sherrodsville, Bowerston, Carrollton, Deersville, Freeport, Londonderry, and Middleburn and Quaker City in Ohio. Once again, this is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. We've got powerful winds blowing through here, up to 80 miles per hour in Belmont, Carroll, Coshocton, Guernsey, Harrison, Muskingum, and Tuscarawas counties in Ohio. Take shelter as if this was a tornado warning, okay? Now, in Coshocton and Zanesville, the storm is over for you. The strongest part of the winds are past you now, so you're fine. But the rain's going to continue for a little while longer. The strongest winds are now in Cambridge and New Philadelphia, continuing to move east, especially towards the town of Carrollton, Sherroddsville, Bowerston, and Delroy. I'm especially concerned about this corridor up here. Oh my gosh, it is. It is thunder. By the way, y'all, if you're looking for a good weather app, I recommend WeatherWise. So you can come over here and you can click on the Buffalo radar, for example. By the way, this is free. You can go over here and you can look at the same stuff I look at. You can go down here and switch to velocity to see the velocity, see if there's any rotation. And then you can also come down here like I just did, and you can go to the Jackson, Kentucky radar. And you say, oh my goodness, there's a little storm here next to the weather house. And you can say, let's check in on the weather house. And you can click on this, and boom, there's a live view from outside the weather house here that you can look at 24/7. So yeah, we've got our own little thunderstorm here in my neck of the woods. Storms are popping up in West Virginia as well. And yeah, so this is WeatherWise, weatherwise.app. If you guys want to take a look at that, there's a link in the description as well. Oh, free, Jens. What else was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Cynthiana for the next little bit. And I want to show you the outlook. So you can come up here and click Outlooks. Go over here to SPC Categorical. And then you can see if your town is included in the enhanced risk today, right? So Buffalo, New York, you guys are. Elmira, you guys are. Pittsburgh is. If you're in the orange, you're included. Columbus, Lexington, Louisville. By the way, there is a camera in Louisville as well. And then you can also go way down here to Texas and check out these radars and look at Nick Smago, who is live. So it's just really cool, and it's free, and super glad that they are doing this, and you guys have access to this potentially life-saving information at any time, thanks to the combination between WeatherWise and the National Weather Service and all the great people that go into making that happen. So yeah, weatherwise.app. You can look at it on your web browser too, which is nice. Freeport, Deersville, and Londonderry. You guys have got some very strong winds coming in, potentially 80 miles per hour. Take shelter now. We're starting to see those damage reports really roll in. Limbs down in Zanesville. 60 mile per hour winds near Zanesville, Coshocton. We've got numerous trees and limbs down across Cambridge Road. That's been reported here recently. We've got multiple trees and limbs down over here in Newcastle, north of New Guilford as well. Nate, thank you for the 5 gifted. So Jared's listening to scanners, and he says that listening to what's happening in Ohio right now, it sounds like he's listening to a hurricane scanner. So like when we do hurricane coverage. So we've got 40 plus tree and power line calls coming in very short periods of time over here. So yeah, the damage reports are rolling in. Please take shelter out in front of this thing. Freeport, Scio, Bowerston, Sherroddsville. They will probably issue a new warning for Cadiz, Weirton, Toronto, Steubenville, up towards East Liverpool here soon.
Me, you, and Bubba's getting on Beeman.
So this will likely also go through that little fin of West Virginia, and then into western portions of Pennsylvania here soon.
If things keep on, being contained to just severe thunderstorm warnings, which it might, I hope it does, I'm probably going to end my stream and go on BMNG with y'all.
Yeah, lots of stuff coming in. So you know what? We're about to have to lock in. So here's what we're going to do. We got to take this moment for me to go
I
get
was
something to
live
drink
yesterday and I got pissed off
kind of get
'cause
reset
Mother
here.
Nature
And
tricked
then
us.
also, you guys, please share this stream. Share
I
the
saw your
stream.
live yesterday.
Really,
I tried
nothing
to-
happened.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Let
It
everybody
really
know that we're
happened.
going to be covering these dangerous storms tonight for free and commercial
Alright, so
free.
you know you could always like
Share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
you could
wherever.
always find me in the
While you're
email
doing
you
that,
tried.
we'll listen in on our Storm Chaser feed here,
You don't have
and
it?
I'll be right back.
No.
Andy, if you got anything emergent,
I
you can
thought
just...
you have it. I thought you had it, Air.
No.
Bubba's fight him, Demon G, like I asked you 2-3 months ago.
Hmm.
Damn. Bubba's is more lazy than his mom. Fuck.
Inevitably cross over the boundary into the stable air. I think it already crossed. If you look at meso analysis, like I said, the boundary is like oriented favorably. But it's definitely not oriented favorably over there for a storm to ride. That's
Bubba's,
why they were right with their MD.
your mic ain't working.
Potential from like Monday to Wichita Falls because that's where the boundary is oriented properly where a storm can actually ride it. So
There was a hen egg that fell in Lubbock. 2-inch hail in Lubbock.
Bubba's, your mic is not working.
At the Texas Tech.
well, it works good for me because I'm late, but I feel like
It should taste good.
Hold
on, did I eat all my Oreo? I ate all my Oreo.
I think Bubba's is AFK.
He probably is.
When is he not AFK? Now see, that's just fucking ridiculous.
Trying to blast west right now, guys.
This storm that's merging with this supercell is actually helping to produce a tornado.
Why you want me? What?
I have the Q&A.
Yeah, this storm is merging with another storm in West Texas. Is actually helping this storm produce a massive tornado, and there it goes. Tornado warning.
All right.
A
Back.
new tornado warning
Just
has
in
been
time
issued.
for the new tornado warning that has just been issued in Illinois.
That was Illinois.
So we just got a tornado warning right in line with Andy's Y'all Watch here. This does include Fairfield, Illinois. We need you to take shelter now in Fairfield, Golden Gate, and Mount Erie. This is a dangerous storm, and it is capable of producing a tornado here. This is a very nasty-looking signature there, north and east of Mayberry, south of Campbell. So please take shelter out here in Wayne County, Illinois. Do we have anybody watching in Wayne County? Or if you know anybody in Wayne County, let them know what's going on here. Mount Erie Elementary School's in the path. Northside Elementary School. Center Street Elementary School, Frontier
Jefferson, what
Community
time is it
College,
here?
Jasper Elementary School, all in the path of this
3:12
rotation.
PM.
The Fairfield Memorial Hospital is also in the
Kid
path.
better be out of school.
Take shelter now. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but our storm here at the Weather House is pretty loud.
Oh, I can hear it. Another severe
Hey, Lord.
thunderstorm
Hey,
warning.
Dylan, put one of the Weather House's cameras up here. Probably in slot 4.
That storm down there in Post, Texas, is really getting its act together. Oh my God!
Yeah, the
it's-
wind is
yeah,
blowing
it's-
crazy here at the
it's,
Weather House right now.
It's probably about to get tornado warned here as it moves on up. Over
Good
that
news
way.
is we've got backups on backups on backups. If we lose power, we've got backup batteries. If we lose
and not
batteries,
only that,
we've
we
got
got
a
another
week's
area of
worth of,
rotation behind that forming.
propane in the generator. So we're going to sit here and we're going
And
to
the
stay
crazy
live.
part about it is this
No matter what
this
happens, boys.
supercell is on a boundary.
Fairfield, Tom's Prairie, Mount Erie, take shelter.
And you know what supercells that are on boundaries do?
Beep, 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 beep.
Because that one that went through more in 2013
We did
was
just
on
get a new severe
boundary.
thunderstorm warning in Kentucky for areas east of
More
Cynthiana.
Oklahoma.
So now you guys in
The
Mason and
F5.
Robertson counties in Kentucky are officially under that severe thunderstorm warning. So take shelter indoors and away from windows.
Of course, if the conditions are right.
And if we've got any of my neighbors
Okay,
over here tuning in, this is our little storm that we're watching down here in Kentucky. It's not severe or anything. It's just got some gusty winds and some pretty heavy rain, some thunder, some lightning, all that good stuff.
He's currently playing Pilot Training Simulator.
Of course he
is.
is. He always
yeah.
plays PTFS.
All right, back over here to Ohio, where we continue to have.
Okay, I'm saying like,
Alright,
Okay.
a new
PTFS is
They
PDS
actually
severe.
just issued a new PDS severe thunderstorm warning for
I was just flying.
a huge list of counties. It almost goes all the way out to Pittsburgh. So if you are in Ohio and you're in Belmont, Carroll, Columbiana, Guernsey, Harrison, Jefferson, Noble, Tuscarawas, any of those counties in Ohio, you're under a severe
that's
thunderstorm
Bubba's.
warning with a destructive tag,
Bubba's.
80-mile-per-hour winds here. And then also in Allegheny, Beaver, Lawrence,
Hey, Bubba's.
Washington, Brook,
You
Hancock,
better
Marshall.
start listening.
I'm sorry, no. Washington County, Pennsylvania, and then Brook, Hancock, Marshall, or Ohio counties in West Virginia, you're under this warning. There's like 15 counties in this warning here, 16 to be exact. Just a huge area under the gun for significant severe weather here. We're talking about 80-mile-per-hour winds. We've got tons of power outage reports coming out from Ohio. We've got tons of trees down. We've got damage reports coming in left and right here. We expect that to continue and potentially even get worse as it comes over towards the West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and East Ohio tri-state area there. Okay. So that's what's happening out here in Ohio right now. We need to treat this as if it was a tornado warning. And if we're in the town of Carrollton, Ohio, we need to get to shelter immediately. Hopedale, Cadiz, Barnesville, Flushing, New Athens, St. Clairsville, Dillonvale, Smithfield, Richmond, Irondale, Salineville, Summitville, all these places in Ohio need to be taking shelter now. And we will get a little bit more detailed about the towns that need to take shelter in West Virginia and Pennsylvania as the storm gets closer to you. But this thing's flying pretty fast, so it might only take about less than an hour from now for this to make it all the way to Pittsburgh. So keep that in mind. Weirton, it's coming in fast. Get ready. Can you guys hear the rain through my mic? Is it bad? I feel like I have to scream because it's kind of loud in here. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. It's not too bad. All right. It's kind of calming down now anyways. All right, let's check in on our New York storms. We continue to have a severe thunderstorm warning for Livingston, Monroe, and Ontario counties up here in New York. 1.5-inch hail coming into Farmington now. And we also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Rochester. But the bulk of that storm has moved off of land, and it's now over the lake. If you're in Irondequoit, you could probably look to the north and east and see a really cool view of the back end of that storm as it goes over the lake, though. Lake Ontario over towards Williamson. Here's a live shot from Victor, New York, as the storm comes through. If we've got any, yeah, this is right next to Farmington, so this is where we're expecting to see some of that hail and wind over the next little bit. There's a report of a tree down on an Amish horse and buggy in Harrison County, Ohio. So pretty significant stuff out there. Just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Illinois. This is going to be for Lawrence and Richland counties in Illinois. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Get ready for some pretty significant severe weather over the next 24 minutes in Sumner, Bridgeport, and Lawrenceville. Yeah, this is probably going to continue to go towards Pittsburgh. The big line, the environment out in front of that line looks pretty good for a mesoscale convective system that's capable of producing widespread damaging winds. We do have one tornado warning out there right now. It's not in Ohio, it's in Illinois. It's specifically for the Fairfield and Mount Erie area here in Wayne County in Illinois. We need you to take shelter at least for the next 23 minutes.
Ryan Christopher Coker sent in a super chat with a good question. Any webcams near that new rotation?
If you're talking about over here near Fairfield, no. Unfortunately, if you know anybody with some tower cams out here that they'd be willing to lend us, that'd be great. But there's no good traffic cameras in Illinois, and there's no tower cams that we have access to right here. Unfortunately, this might be a good place. I need to keep a mental note here. This might be a good place to put one, because we're just going to start putting cameras out there. Whenever we can't find them, we're just going to get our own daggone cameras. Daggone it. Harrison and Harrison and Nicholas counties in Kentucky, you're now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Barefoot, Barterville, Headquarters, Blue Licks, and Pleasant Valley, you guys are about to get in on some 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Here's what it looks like in Ontario County, New York right now as that severe thunderstorm roars through. So lots of severe weather happening in New York right now. It's mostly confined to the extreme western portions, though, between Buffalo and Rochester. But this is going to slide through Syracuse. It's coming towards Ithaca and Utica later. We're just kind of focused on it right now over here around Rochester because that's where it is, but it's all going to move east.
All right, Storm Commander, pause the radar, squinting for a sec. The chat is still debating if this monster line is officially a derecho yet, and they're throwing major side-eye towards Pennsylvania, especially the Pittsburgh area, where folks are seeing warnings mention 80 miles per hour gusts. Yikes. We're also seeing reports of strong winds and power flickering across Ohio and New York. And naturally, everyone needs you to zoom into their specific coordinate right now. Bless their hearts. Oh, and the pronunciation posse sends its regards. Multiple viewers are suggesting it's Cadiz, Ohio, and Irondequoit in New York.
Was it right? Did it say those right? Anyways, yeah, lots of power problems in eastern Ohio. That's going to be moving into the fin. That's what I call it, the fin of West Virginia here up north of Wheeling within the next couple of minutes, and then into western Pennsylvania. You don't have much time to take shelter in Hopedale, St. Clairsville, and Toronto. This is going to be a powerful wall of wind. You don't want to be outside for this one. And so in Kentucky, they call this Cadiz. You guys say what? Cadiz? You guys say Cadiz? Or is it Cadiz? It's Cadiz. Cadiz. All right, I'm doing Cadiz. Cadiz. In Kentucky, we do Cadiz. All right, so yeah, you guys are getting slammed by that strong wind right now, and then that's going to move on up towards Pittsburgh here soon. So yeah, Pittsburgh, seriously, get ready. I don't see any reason for this to slow down or calm down. This is going to go right through Pittsburgh here within the next hour or so. Time to prepare is now. Let's go back to Texas. It's been a second since we've talked about Texas. We've got a daggone monster of a storm out here right over Post. It's rotating. It's trying to produce a tornado. It's not doing it yet. It's not completely ready. But if this thing ever does completely organize and produce a tornado, it could be a powerful one. We've got lots of rotation here. We've got 2-inch hail, lemon-sized hail, and 60-mile-per-hour winds happening all around this storm here around Post, Texas. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning north and east of Lubbock. So this is moving up towards Petersburg now. We've got 1-inch hail and some strong winds moving out of Lubbock and up towards Petersburg. So Lubbock, how was that storm? How did that go? If you're watching in Lubbock and you can do so safely, if there's any damage or if you got any pictures of hail or anything like that, feel free to send those to me over there on Twitter, X, Ryan Hall, y'all. Or you can try Facebook. Ryan Hall, y'all. Did we get some hail at least? There's currently 54,000 people without power in Ohio. There's also 64,000 people without power in Missouri, thanks to the line of storms that went through early this morning. Here's a live look at one of our storms that's coming together in Texas. Nick has a great view of the storm over here near Jayton, Texas. And Dylan, keep an eye on Ryan Scholl and pull him up if he ends up getting a good view of this storm that's coming up on Post here. But yeah, all of our storm chasers are kind of descending on the area between Abilene and Lubbock now, as that looks like where the biggest storms are happening. That's a pretty ominous view there from Nick in Aspermont. All right, coming back over.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
To Ohio.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Oh my goodness. It's a very big one. Wow. Okay, so there's a giant tornado warning, and don't confuse that with a giant tornado. There's just a large, in terms of square miles, a large tornado warning out now for a ton of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. This includes East Liverpool, Toronto, Weirton, and Steubenville. This also includes Smithfield, Richmond, and Irondale. So
there is a
my theory here
on Twitter
is, don't get me wrong, there's some areas of rotation here. We could definitely have spin up tornadoes that cause
Yo, what the hell?
In here. So
that's is that going straight for Pittsburgh? Is that going straight for Pittsburgh?
Aren't going off for the destructive severe thunderstorm warnings.
What? Oh no, this
the
is
plan
bad.
here
Yo,
maybe is to issue the tornado warning to get people to take action. You know what I'm saying?
Half of the
because we've got 80 to 90 mile per
Hey,
hour
Jefferson?
winds through this area.
There's
I promise you,
there's
you're not going
purple.
to know the difference.
It's 93 miles an hour.
Everybody that gets hit by this storm is
This thing is just gonna hit a. This thing is just gonna go straight on.
97.
Tornado, not tornado, whatever it is. This is going to be a
Bro, I wish
powerful
this was
storm
me.
that comes through Smithfield here soon, Richmond, Irondale. So please
I
take
never
shelter
get
now.
shit.
And
don't
we
say
need to
that.
stay
Hold
there
on.
for 30 minutes. So a tornado warning
Jefferson,
is now in
look
effect
to,
for Carroll County in Ohio,
look to
Harrison, Columbiana,
look to
and
the
Jefferson
west of
counties in
Toledo.
Ohio. Also, Beaver County, Pennsylvania, Washington
Toledo
County,
what?
Pennsylvania, and then Brooke
Ohio.
and Hancock
I got
counties
your
in West
location.
Virginia.
Look.
Show me.
Yeah,
Hey, Wolf.
Give me that shit.
there's a bunch of cells firing off right next to me.
By the way,
So that, yeah, that's one of the
Show me where
larger
both.
look what's west
tornado
of
warnings
Pittsburgh.
that you'll see there, just in terms of size. And look, it's lined up pretty much perfectly with Pittsburgh. We expect this part of the line, which is the strongest part of the line, to go towards Pittsburgh right after this. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, right. And actually, that was exactly what I was going to say is an advance heads up for Pittsburgh.
That's the biggest
Just like
tornado
I
warning
mentioned,
I ever
actually,
seen.
20 or 30 minutes ago, I think,
97.31 miles
that
an
the storm
hour.
would definitely
listen to what,
continue on its path through Pittsburgh, and
Andy has to say.
it would continue to have these same hazards associated with it, including the chance for spin-up tornadoes now, which will have a much better idea of where those are happening as we get much closer to Pittsburgh radar. So I would anticipate this to reach the area, and
Figure it out.
especially
The
residents
utility.
along and
That-
north of Pittsburgh
wanna
in
plug, like,
I-79
just as a
corridor as
police
well.
car.
So I just wanted to
So I
say
just
now's the time to tell them,
figured it
because
out.
they don't even have a warning yet if they live on
Just for people to get
I-79 or 76.
moving on to the right.
No warning
the
to
other
them
side
yet,
of the road.
but just the watch that's in place. So you should just go ahead and tell them now. We have the broadcast going ready for them, and have been talking about them for the better part of half an hour, maybe
Oh my
even
god, guys,
longer
my
than that
friend
now.
is calling me on
So
Beast
good
Warren
information
Simulator.
resides here, and the power
Oh,
in
Doris
numbers
just got
resides
muted.
in your
Oh my-
hands if you let people know what's happening ahead of time, so they'll be prepared.
All right. Thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill, reminding us to give people, you can get the information from us, and then you can pass
Guys,
it on
ping
to
me
other people out there.
if anything
that,
big goes
would
down.
probably need it, especially out here between Robinson to Pittsburgh, as there's no warning just yet, and this is moving so fast. Everything's going to seem like it's happening very fast for the people in Pittsburgh who don't know what's happening right now. You know what I mean? So we're going to come right back to this, but let's get an update from Caleb about Canada. Go ahead, Caleb.
Yeah, Ryan, just looking at the storm right now that's actually coming into London, Ontario. They do have a severe thunderstorm warning out for that. But I'm getting some reports from some people that I actually know in the London area that are seeing quarter-size hail right now at about 60-mile-an-hour winds. So as that pushes through a larger metropolitan area, just watch out and make sure if you're out on the streets, maybe try and pull over. It is torrential downpour and rain, and we've already heard reports of localized street flooding as well. So just watch out for that.
Thank you, Caleb. Bring us back up here to
Whose
Canada,
server muted me?
where we have several strong storms today as well. We're going to try to keep you as updated as we can. Storms all around London,
Dude, there
Hamilton,
is like
Toronto,
a bunch
some big
of
storms up there between Ottawa and Toronto as
Let's
well.
see.
So as we get updates on these, we will relay them to you, okay? We did just get
He said, "Ping me if
an
something goes
upgraded
wrong." I literally pinged him after he
warning
left
in
VC.
Texas
I said,
again.
Store E with a lot of
so let's go back down to
points.
Texas. My goodness, we've got tennis balls
I have
We've got tennis ball-sized
73 to
hail,
78 miles
now
an
in
hour.
post.
Patches
We've
of
got
wind
yaw
coming
watches
right for
out the
me.
wazoo here. Look at this. Andy just extended the yaw watch all the way out into Kent County, Texas. Expires in 30 minutes. We've got medium confidence that this might need a tornado warning at some point near Verbena. So y'all watch out here. But even without the tornado threat, we
Canada,
are talking about the very real
This thing is really wanting to fucking
possibility of
produce a big
tennis
tornado.
ball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's
I
a
mean,
considerable damage
This
threat.
is basically just
New warning in New York,
ignore the plate back
Cayuga,
there. It's
Ontario,
brighter
Oswego, and Wayne counties in New York are now
What
under
is
a
it
severe
with West
thunderstorm
Texas
warning. We've got 1-inch
tornadoes?
hail and 60-mile-per-hour
What is it
winds
with
coming
Ohio
out of
never,
Farmington
or what is
and
it
moving
with
towards
Northwestern
Rose,
Ohio
Clyde,
rarely
and
getting
Fulton.
fucking cells?
Once again, take
or
shelter
storm?
if you
Oh, I
haven't
know.
already. You want
Maybe
to get
because I
indoors and away
live
from
right next to
windows.
one
This
of
is
the
what it looks
Great
like right now
Lakes.
out there in Manchester, New
No,
York,
maybe because you have a
as one of the
fucking
severe
big radar,
thunderstorms
or a
rolls by.
big storm dome over your house and nothing forms.
All right, let's go back to Kentucky
Oh, he's taking
real
pictures. He's
quick.
gonna post it.
Robertson County in Kentucky
these
is
are
under
some
a severe
dark-ass
thunderstorm warning,
clouds.
and
It's
so
like
is
pitch
Bath and
black.
Fleming County. So Flemingsburg,
you
guys
got
are under a
storm
severe
spotters
thunderstorm
in
warning
your
for 1-inch
area.
hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah.
So we've got some pretty gnarly storms
Oh,
in Kentucky.
fuck you, Discord.
And Louisville, you guys got missed by those storms, but there's another pretty potent line
Dude,
back here in Illinois that's about to move
Why
into
the fuck is the
Evansville
sky orange?
area of Indiana.
Why
That's
is it
eventually gonna make it
orange?
into Louisville too. So
Take a picture inside.
all along Interstate 64 here, we're going to be having damaging winds potentially over the next several hours until it gets to Louisville. We also have storms coming for you in Paducah. It's below severe limits right now, but still some strong storms around Paducah. Expect lightning, thunder, hail, wind over the next hour or so. And we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Pennsylvania for Armstrong, Forest, Lawrence, Mercer, and Venango counties. So this includes Oil City, Cranberry, and Grove City. We're talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds being possible here with some of these storms that have popped up over the past little bit. We're concerned about you in Grove City, Interstate 80 near Clintonville, Highway 62 up towards Franklin. This is going to be a dangerous storm as it moves in. And here's a cool view from West Virginia. Ohio County, West Virginia. We're going to see that big Boeing line segment move over the river here from our traffic camera. By the way, tornado warning continues for all these counties in Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. Toronto, Weirton, and Steubenville. You've got minutes before this thing gets to you. We do expect there to be damage. Manchester, New York. Storm is really picking up there.